Hi, today's video is on how to split a Seagull outboard power head from the leg and from the exhaust. You can see here this is a 40 plus. I'll just show the lower end there. It's in average condition. I just want to split it down and just check the waterways there before I reassemble it again. As you can see, I've actually taken off the carb. And I've taken off the tiller arm, tank is off as well, and my HT lead is off. So I'm just left with the bare power head. I'm just going to show you how to split the two. I actually have an old water pump rotor replacement sheet here. It's very old, probably from 60s, 70s. And just here on the bottom right hand corner it shows the split of the power head here and the exhaust at the bottom. Now I usually do it that way for silver centuries, the bigger stuff. 102s I usually split it that way, but on this 40 plus sometimes I actually just drop the exhaust down and loosen the nut here on our water flow pipe as well. But I'll take it apart there now and show you the way I do it. Everybody has their own way, I suppose. First of all, I loosen the two nuts on our mounting bracket here, so I have them backed off, so I can actually just clear that out of the way. Just shimmy it down. The leg on this one it's in kind of average condition. There's a little bit of pitting on it, so it doesn't slide down that easy. If you're doing a full strip, just can't completely take off that bracket and have it gone out of the way. Then we take off our two nuts here that are on our studs going into our bottom of our crankcase. Just back it out there. I have to take off the two of these first. Can be hard sometimes to work in here with a spanner. Sometimes I find if you can get a socket on at an angle even, you should do okay. Sometimes I'll be coming in at that kind of an angle. This one's a little easier to get. It's the main reason why we get that bracket out of that mounting bracket out of the way, so we've easier access. That's the hardest one to get off in here on the inside. Sometimes I find some of these are so corroded you can't get a proper grip on them, and you can't get a spanner in there. They're actually with spanners. You find it hard to get onto it. A little trick I've actually done over the years is actually find a spot that you can get a little vice grips or something onto it. It's not good for the nut itself. You might want to replace the nut. Something like that you can actually clamp down onto it like that. If you're stuck, and get your spanner and put it onto your, maybe a smaller size, something like a 12 mil or something like that. You can actually get a better turn on it, just to get that inside one loose. I do find that sticks down, and if that's stuck, it ain't going to be easy to get it out. What you can do also is actually pull down the exhaust if you're running into trouble trying to get that nut off. Now this one's very easy, flew off. I actually had these pre-oiled. I put a bit of penetrating oil on there this morning, so they've had 4 or 5 hours there penetrating oil just to make it easy to take them off. So we have the two of those off. As I said, if you have issues here, you can actually take off your exhaust pipe first. Just get a rag there, clean that up a small bit. A bit messy. So, hope you can see that now. But what we have underneath then, at the back, towards the plug hole side, is we have the screw for our exhaust tube. It's just a flathead. We back that out. I actually find it handy to have the mounting bracket. Sometimes I can kind of stand it up on it. It kind of holds it up. that will slide down your mounting bracket and tighten up the nuts, and it'll almost stand up straight for you when you're working on this section. So just remove your flat head and your washer. So that pre-oiled as well, just to make that easy to take off. Now, as I said, with the silver sentries and the bigger ones, I find it very hard to actually drop off the exhaust at this particular point. But the 40 plus, I can usually get a turn on it and it'll slide down, and it has enough room that you could slide it down. That's the bottom of the tube. It'll slide down as far as here, and you can gain access then to your you can gain access to your water feed pipe there as well. So we'll just try and, yeah, out she goes. Then you have your water feed pipe here, and your retaining nut that goes into the bottom of the block. So you can actually, yeah, you can actually drop that down the pipe itself. It screws off, and it slides up. It actually goes up and down the pipe. So when you're reassembling, just to be careful with when you put it back together, try and keep your nut down close here. So with that, you can actually take it apart from there. Trying to one of the parts you can see it from this side. So we have our pipe still pressing in against our block. Two of these are open. It should be a case of slide it straight out. Just be careful, we don't want to damage any threads either. And there you have it. There's your power head. Main reason I'm taking this off is because I'm actually going to remove the head on this one. I want to check the waterways, and I want to clean this out as well. I usually give them all a bit of a split. Anything I have here myself, or that I'm fixing for someone, I usually split them out. Put the instant gasket on the crankcases and on the joint here from the block to the crankcase and the head as well. But there's your power head. I'll just put that down out of the way. Put it out the way. So what you've left with then is your leg, just so you can see, just for the video, you can actually remove your exhaust tube the whole way off. Take that out of the way, and you're left in with your water feed pipe that runs down. I don't know, can we pick it up on this video now? The lighting isn't great. Here we go. Hopefully it'll focus. Probably won't focus. Here we go. So your water feed goes down into this little water port here that's inside in your exhaust. So you can now remove that and check that that's free as well, and you have access to your exhaust port that runs out here at the bottom, and you have access to the top of the gearbox housing that runs the water. So that's it. It's just a quick video there showing you how to split it. That's my way of doing the smaller ones, the 40 plus, things like featherweights as well. As I said, the bigger ones I'd usually leave the exhaust on, and I'd leave this water pipe on, just open my two nuts here on the bottom of my crankcase and pull it apart, and the exhaust tube will actually come up with the pipe and the power head all together. So that's it. Hopefully that's of some use, and I have a few other videos coming up as well. I might actually do a video on the split of our water pump housing and this 40 plus gearbox. I also have a featherweight gearbox there as well that I'm actually going to split down just for the sake of the video. These are all in fairly good enough nick, but I'll split one down and show you how they're actually put together. And I'm going to be doing another video on the paperwork and the Seagull spares manuals and things like that. So like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.